Welcome back to Wainsider, where we dive into the moments that make the WWE Universe lose their minds. Tonight, we're breaking down a seismic event that set the wrestling world on fire. Jon Moxley's jaw-dropping return to WWE, reuniting the Shield with Roman Reigns in a moment no one saw coming. This isn't just a comeback, it's a resurrection of a brotherhood, a twist that shakes the bloodline to its core. Let's unpack this emotional saga, layer by layer. The Bloodline's story is one of dominance, a Samoan dynasty built on pride and power. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, forged an empire with his cousins, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and later Solo Sikoa, guided by Paul Heyman's cunning. They weren't just a faction, they were a family, a symbol of unity that steamrolled opponents and redefined WWE's main event scene. From Reigns' iron grip on the Universal Championship to the Usos' tag team reign, the Bloodline became the gold standard. But that kind of power breeds pressure. Reigns' leadership demanded absolute loyalty, leaving little room for dissent. The Usos carried the family's legacy in every match, their tag titles a testament to their sacrifice. Yet, beneath the surface, there was tension, silent resentment over Roman's spotlight, over the expectation to bow to the tribal chief. Jey Uso, especially, struggled, torn between family duty and his own ambitions. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. Paul Heyman, the wise man, was the glue holding it together. His promos painted the Bloodline as invincible, but his real work was managing egos, soothing doubts, and keeping the family united. Heyman's history with Reigns was deep, but his past with other titans, like Brock Lesnar and even Jon Moxley, once known as Dean Ambrose, hinted at a man always playing a long game. The WWE Universe wondered, was Heyman truly loyal, or was he waiting for the right moment? Meanwhile, Seth Rollins was pushing his own agenda. The Visionary, another former Shield brother, had been challenging the Bloodline's dominance with his vision of a new era. His faction, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and whispers of a mystery member, was gaining traction, threatening Reigns' reign. The history between Rollins and Reigns, rooted in the Shield's 2014 betrayal, added a personal edge. Every stare down, every promo, felt like a powder keg ready to explode. The Shield, for those newer to the WWE Universe, was a game changer. Debuting in 2012, Reigns, Rollins, and Ambrose now Moxley were a force of chaos, tearing through WWE with a win-at-all-costs mentality. Their bond was brotherly, their loyalty unshakable, until Rollins' steel chair betrayal shattered it. That 2014 moment defined their careers, sending each man on a path of glory and pain. Moxley's 2019 exit to AEW left fans dreaming of a reunion, but most thought it impossible. The tension between the Bloodline and Rollins faction was reaching a boiling point. Reigns, backed by Heyman and his cousins, saw Rollins as a threat not just to his title but to his family's legacy. Jey's wavering loyalty and Solo's rebellion added cracks to the foundation. Fans on X speculated wildly, could Rollins topple the tribal chief, or would the Bloodline crush another challenger? The stage was set for something massive. Then came Money in the Bank 2025, a night that rewrote history. Picture this. The main event, Reigns defending his Universal Championship against Rollins in a brutal ladder match. The crowd's electric, ladders crashing, bodies broken. As Rollins climbs for the title, the Bloodline storms the ring, Jimmy, Jey, Solo, all hell breaking loose. Suddenly, the arena goes dark, and that iconic Shield theme hits, sending the crowd into a frenzy. The lights come up, and there he is, Jon Moxley, back in WWE. Charging through the crowd in Shield gear. The WWE Universe loses it as Moxley clears the ring, taking out Jimmy, Jey, and Solo with a fury only he can bring. Reigns stands frozen, eyes wide, as Moxley grabs a mic and declares, "The Shield's back, and we're coming for you, Roman." Rollins, grinning, joins Moxley, and the two stand tall, a reunited brotherhood against the Bloodline. Let's soak in this moment. Moxley's return isn't just a nostalgic pop, it's a gut punch to the Bloodline. The Shield, once the ultimate symbol of unity, now stands against the family that defined Reigns' reign. Moxley's attack, targeting the Usos and Solo, wasn't just physical, it was a message that the tribal chief's control is slipping. The crowd's roar, a mix of shock and joy, shows how deeply this resonates. The emotional fallout is immediate. Reigns, usually unshakable, looks betrayed, his empire crumbling before his eyes. The Usos, battered in the ring, exchange glances. Jimmy's loyal, but Jay's conflict is palpable. Solo, ever the wild card, storms off, his own agenda unclear. Heyman, at ringside, is uncharacteristically silent, his master plan thrown into chaos. The WWE Universe is buzzing, hearts racing at this seismic shift. Backstage, the whispers are deafening. Insider sources say Moxley's return was a closely guarded secret, negotiated in weeks after his AEW contract allowed a one-off appearance. Triple H, the creative mastermind, reportedly saw this as a chance to shake up SmackDown and capitalize on the Shield's legacy. Some in the locker room are thrilled. Moxley's intensity is unmatched, but others worry about the fallout, given his controversial AEW run and past frustrations with WWE. The Bloodline's unity is fracturing. Jay, already torn, now faces a new kind of pressure. Moxley, his former Shield brother, represents freedom from Roman's control, but blood ties pull him back. Jimmy's loyalty to Reigns holds firm, but even he must feel the sting of this betrayal. Solo's rebellion, already a thorn in Roman's side, could escalate. Might he align with Moxley and Rollins to dismantle the tribal chief's reign? Heyman's role is the biggest question mark. The Wiseman's history with Moxley runs deep, from their days in the Shield to their bitter 2016 feud. Did Heyman know about Moxley's return? His shocked expression suggests no, but fans on X are skeptical, theorizing he's playing both sides. If Heyman orchestrated this, it's a masterstroke. If not, his grip on the Bloodline is slipping, and that's a death knell for the faction. Rollins' faction, now bolstered by Moxley, feels unstoppable. The Visionary's dream of toppling the Bloodline suddenly has teeth, with Moxley's raw intensity as the X factor. But trust is fragile. Rollins betrayed Moxley and Reigns years ago, and that wound never fully healed. The WWE Universe is torn, cheering the Shield reunion but wary of its stability. Could this alliance implode before it even begins? The emotional toll on Reigns is palpable. The tribal chief built his empire on control, but Moxley's return exposes his vulnerability. The Shield was his foundation, his brothers, and now they're his enemies. Reigns' silence post-match, a rarity, speaks to his shock. The WWE Universe feels his pain, their loyalty to the tribal chief tested by this nostalgic reunion. Backstage buzz suggests this is just the start. Triple H's team is reportedly planning a slow burn toward Survivor Series, with a potential Shield vs. Bloodline War Games match. Moxley's one-off deal could extend if fan reaction stays hot, but his AEW commitments complicate things. Fans on X are divided. Some dream of a full Shield reunion, others fear it dilutes the Bloodline's story. The stakes are sky high. For the Bloodline's legacy, this is a defining moment. They've been WWE's cornerstone, a dynasty of unmatched dominance. But Moxley's return, paired with Rollins' rebellion, threatens to unravel it all. If Jay or Solo break ranks, if Heyman's loyalty wavers, the Bloodline could become a cautionary tale instead of a legend. The WWE Universe is watching, breathless, as the family fights to survive. Rollins and Moxley, meanwhile, are riding a wave of momentum. Their Shield reunion is a nostalgic high, but it's built on shaky ground. Moxley's time in AEW made him a different beast, more volatile, less predictable. Can Rollins trust him? The WWE Universe is hooked, debating whether this is a one-night nostalgia trip or the start of a new era. Every SmackDown feels like a must-watch. Heyman's silence is deafening. The Wiseman thrives on control, but Moxley's return has thrown him off balance. His history with the Shield makes him the wildcard. Will he try to manipulate Moxley, or is he truly blindsided? Fans are dissecting his every move, searching for clues to his next play. If Heyman turns on Reigns, the Bloodline's collapse is inevitable. The emotional core of this story is brotherhood, both its strength and its fragility. The Shield was a bond forged in fire, but betrayal tore it apart. Moxley's return rekindles that bond, but it's a double-edged sword, cutting into the Bloodline's unity. Reigns, once the heart of the Shield, now faces his brothers as enemies, a betrayal that stings deeper than any chair shot. The WWE Universe is alive with emotion. X posts range from tears over the Shield's reunion to anger at the Bloodline's turmoil. Fans are invested, their hearts tied to these characters' journeys. This isn't just wrestling, it's a saga of loyalty, ambition, and family, played out on the grandest stage. The story's far from over, and every twist pulls us deeper. Let's reflect on what this means. Betrayal isn't just a plot device, it's a universal wound. We've all felt the sting of a friend turning foe, of trust shattered by ambition. Moxley's return, the Shield's reunion, and the Bloodline's fracture, it's a story of blood ties tested by pride. The WWE Universe lives for these moments, where the lines between story and reality blur. The Bloodline's legacy hangs in the balance, a dynasty